Hello class, this is a slide presentation on the ACT test prep. Let's get ready for the ACT. You can register at act.org to create your account. It's a very simple process with the wizard to go through and register for the ACT at the site. Here are some tips for registration. Register over a month early for the test that you want to take at the time of year you want to take that test. Late registration is possible for an extra charge. Deadlines are set. Upload a photo at the same time you register. It will let you do portions of the registering later, but just get everything done at one time and you won't have to go back and worry about that. Usually testing sites are in the area at a local high school or college. There's something called a residual ACT. You have to already have a good idea of what college you want to attend to do the residual. So you can actually take the ACT at the particular college campus that you want to go to through their testing center. Schedule an appointment time with the testing center, and it benefits you in a few ways. You can take the ACT at a different time than a national testing date. It's a small, quiet setting usually, with a testing center supervisor or proctor that gives the test. You get quick results that are hand scored within a few days. You can take the ACT several times and try to achieve a better score. Here is more residual ACT info. The score you receive is only accepted by the college whose testing center actually scored the test. So it's only good at the college you took that residual test at. The college will still charge a fee that's the same as the national test, and the same rules apply at the residual test as do they apply at the national test. It's actually test day. What do you need? You need a picture ID for yourself, like your driver's license or something that has your ID photo on it with your name included. Also, you need to print your receipt when you register for your test, and that's your proof of payment that you can show when you're entering the test. You need an ACT approved calculator. The website actually tells you what calculators are approved. Do not take your phone for a calculator. It won't be allowed to be used as a calculator. 3 sharp number 2 pencils, so check that you're using number 2 pencils. That is what the computer can digitally scan. Clean white erasers, either the click kind or the big blocky ones for clean erasing. Also, you don't want the computer trying to scan where you've erased and it looks like 2 answers because it's not erased cleanly enough. Need some water, bottled water or container of water. Take a snack. You will have breaks and you can eat during that time. Easy layers to adjust to room temps. It can be cool in those big rooms in the high schools or in the colleges, and you do not want to be distracted by cold temperatures and, be it as it may, warm temperatures. So dress in layers to help adjust to that quickly. A silent watch will help if there is not a clock in the room, and you can check your time during a test. It's easy to lose track of time while you're focused and working, and you might find that you have more time left than you think, or you might find that you just have a few minutes left and need to finish up a test. If you have your own watch, it's just easier to check real quick. Your phone is at your choice. You're not really going to be able to use it during the test, but it needs to be completely silent so you're not distracting other test takers. The test usually takes a full morning, and whatever order you get the test in, the math test is 60 questions, 60 minutes. So an average of a minute per question. Some take longer than 1 minute and some will be shorter than 1 minute. Usually on the math test, the latter questions take more time than the earlier questions. So consider that as you begin. In the English test, you'll have 75 questions, 45 minutes. So you need to move right along through those. The reading test is 40 questions, 35 minutes. You're back to an average of almost a minute per question. Science test is 40 questions, 35 minutes also. And then you have an optional writing prompt. It's one prompt. Do some pre-writing work and then respond on the test that you're actually given for the ACT. It's just blank lines, pages of blank lines that you'll actually develop a response to that writing prompt, and you'll have 40 minutes. So you want to do some work with introduction, conclusion, and then developing paragraphs from your details for your ideas in that pre-writing brainstorming work, and then get your ideas down. Obviously, if you're given 40 minutes for a writing test, you're not going to be done in about 15 minutes. So you need a lot of details and explanation to respond to that prompt. How do you prepare? Prepare over time to get ready. Rest well, eat a moderate breakfast the day of the test. Arrive early. If the test is starting, they're not going to allow you in to distract others. Plus you have to check in, show your ID, and it takes a little bit of time to get you checked in. So you need to think about parking in the parking lot and walking to the room at a big building, and that takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes just to find everything, and then you're waiting in line. So you need to consider all of that timing and arrive early to get everything done. Have all of your things that you need, your photo ID and your receipt especially. If you put everything in a gallon Ziploc bag or a bag the night before, it'll help you not search for any of those items that were previously listed the morning of your test. You don't want to be looking for anything the morning of your test. Have all that ready the day before. Don't be noisy. We're back to a phone. If your phone is vibrating or making noise or beeping, and the proctor eventually feels like you're disturbing other test takers, you can be asked to leave and you won't get a refund. So just take care of that before you go so that you are not distracting others. So on ACT.org, there are test dates. These are the 2023 test dates as an example. You actually have a test date here of June 10th, but the registration deadline for that is May 5th. It's over a month before the test is actually administered. And there is a late registration deadline. We're back to it's an extra charge, but you can do it, May 19th, if they have spots left. And then if you take the test June 10th, you have an estimated score release time of June 20th to July 4th. So it is over a week after you take the test minimum that you might get a score back, and up to a month actually that it could be to get a score back. Also consider that late July time, lots of people are going to be taking the ACT because there'll be local high school kids taking the ACT to get dual credit for their high schools and such. So it's a much busier ACT time and prep for school starting. So consider that as you're deciding on your timing for the year. You're thinking about what you want to do, and so you can look at determining what skills you're best at, what interests you have, and planning for the next few years. And then you can discover what you'd like to do as a direction for your career. So plan, do, check, act as you're looking through that information. I hope this helps, and I'll see you soon.